What up, everybody? Bonzo here with the 10-month progress update on my tower. Check it out. So, I started the game 24/7 on January 21st of this year. I technically installed it in December, played it for a weekend, so I guess you could say it's been a little bit longer, but we'll just go with the 10-month because I like the ring to it. But in today's progress update, I was going to cover what has changed in the last month, what I have learned in the last month, and then also covering the next Stone Pet giveaway that I'm gonna have at 1,000 subscribers. So let's get to the video. So with the recent growth and support in the channel, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. I really enjoy going live, documenting my progress, helping out in the community how I feel I can help with sharing my advice and feedback. Then also, I appreciate you guys tuning into my lives and dropping comments on the video because it allows me to learn as well. As you all know, this game is massive and there's not really one way to do it. So all the different advice and feedback is certainly beneficial and I appreciate it. So in spirit of that, at 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do another Stone Pack giveaway. How to enter to win the Stone Pack is just comment on this video, and when I'm at 1,000 subscribers, we will do the giveaway. So yeah, with this run that I just started because I just finished stream, I'm actually going to end it. Pain, I know. But the first thing I want to talk about is tournaments. And my tournaments have, in my eyes, considerably gotten better in the last month. And I'll talk about why that is, of course. But in the tournaments here, I'll show you some progress. I'm getting up to 800 waves. 13, 16, 14. It's every other tournament I'm pretty much getting keys. And it's really improved from like 500, 300, 500, 600. How it's gotten to this 831, the most important thing, how I got from like say 600 to the 800 here, or let's say 300 to 600, was I went all in on damage, demon mode, and super tower masteries. Getting those to like level 6 or 7 is so beneficial to the tower. It's no joke. It really helps. So if you're in Legends and you're struggling, of course, check out my what to do when you get to Legends video. But going all in on some damage is massive. And that's what's allowed me to get higher up. Recently, so actually last tournament was the first time I had it, was permanent Chrono Field. I do not have Chrono Field Plus, so yes, it is helping some, especially with the Chrono Field range I have. But my increase in tournament performance has been attributed to getting damage, demon mode, super tower mastery pretty well developed. Let me show you my lifetime stats. The coins, I'm now at 183 Q, little Q. And this has been going up as well because I've been able to focus on, well, getting more damage has allowed me to farm farther into like tier 12 and 13, which gets me a bit more coins. Also, one thing that's helped with this is I had been farming with the Mythic G comp for the longest time, but if you've played the tower and you're one module copy away from getting Ancestral of anything, you know that that module doesn't exist anymore. So since, thank you Fuds, for taking G-Comp out of the game for me, I decided, you know what, screw it. I've got this Ancestral Black Hole Digester. I'm going to use that. So we'll actually talk about modules here. But I put this on as my, well, primary farming module. And I did some runs. And I found it gave me roughly about a 25% increase in coins when I got my golden bot in sync with my golden tower and death wave at 100 seconds. So my summary of the black hole digester being more beneficial than the mythic G comp, which you can of course check out the video, is even if your free ups and your coins per kill isn't that advanced, my coins per kill is only like 70. If you have your golden bot in sync with your black hole digester and your golden tower death wave, you're gonna see a significant increase in coins than you would with just G comp. Even if, like for me, I had a 55-second cooldown on golden bot, and with that cooldown I was getting it fairly active. It's like 60% of the time. And with G comp at mythic, I was having pretty much permanent golden combo. However, it still wasn't as much coins as the black hole digester. And if you watch a lot of more experienced players than me, like shout out to Greeny, Spartan, JP, all those guys Jay plays, they all pretty much farm with the Black Hole Digester. So that's been the major update for modules for me. I've of course gotten a few more levels, but switching to Black Hole Digester and getting that synced with my Golden Bot has led to a legitimately 25% increase in my coins, which when you're starting to get Masteries, you need every coin you can get because they're so expensive. It starts to snowball, but they get very expensive. With that, let's talk about cards. Really not much has changed. I do have quite a few Masteries. Like Demon Mode Mastery, I've got at level 5 now. So I get a 4% or 4 multiplier, which is great. My damage is at level 6, and my super tower is at level 5. I keep these going, but as you can see from my modules being relatively underdeveloped from the rest of my tower, I am starting to focus more on cards for modules like Recovery Package Chance. So I want to get this up. There hasn't been too many say improvements or progress here because for my modules going up, I've been putting a lot more time into like the module labs, shard discount, and that's been, I think, more beneficial for my tower's bottom line at this point. But yeah, I'm really dreaming about getting my intro sprint maxed out, getting wave accelerator maxed out, coins maxed out, enemy balance. I've gotten a little bit more enemy balance because of cells. On elites, you can definitely get the enemy balance doubles with cash mastery to give you more reroll shards, as my reroll shards have definitely gone up a bit, but there really hasn't been too much in terms of card mastery since the last update, except for getting a significant amount of levels in damage, demon mode, and super tower, which has drastically helped my tournaments, as you see from earlier in the video. I kind of want to cover some tips on reroll shards and modules in general. And to go to labs, I mean, the biggest thing for reroll shards is you got to get your rerolls maxed out. This lab, it actually isn't that daunting. It maxes out at like 4 or 5 days. Of course, you have lab speed like 50, 60. It'll max out at that. And if you're doing it 4x speed to your lab speed up, you'll get this done pretty quick. So that's square one. You got to have your reroll shards maxed. The first card mastery I got was actually cash mastery. And I got it just for reroll shards. A base level of cash mastery, there's really only two card masteries that are beneficial at level 0, which you just get with stones. And that's Recovery Package Chance and Cash Mastery. So if you're thinking about what mod or what card to get your mastery of first, I would get either Recovery Package Chance or Cash Mastery. For me, it was Cash. And just getting base level cash mastery is like a 30% increase to your reroll shards. So how you add on to that, because how cash mastery works is it gives you extra chance of getting reroll shards on elites dropping. So the base level is 0.40% chance, which is like 1 out of 250 elites. Not good at all. Still pretty good when you factor in the boss's drop rate. But as you get this, say the first level doubles it, which is pretty good. And as you get this higher and higher, it of course keeps improving. But with all these masteries, the first level that you get, it pretty much doubles whatever the bonus is. Like recovery package goes from 0.4 to 0.8, so it doubles the chance that you get. That's great. It's not all like that, like some aren't as big of increase, but the cash and the recovery package chance mastery is huge for modules, rerolls, you name it. Then to kind of stack on, so the base level for reroll shards is the reroll lab, second level is cash mastery, and the third level, you want to get enemy balance. Because the more elites that spawn means the more elites that you get to eliminate, which means the more chance you get for reroll shards dropping. I think I'm getting like 50,000 reroll shards a run, which is pretty good in my book. 60,000, yeah, 33,000 here, 53,000 here. So yeah, I mean, I got an extra level reroll shard, I think, in this time, of enemy balance in the last few days. It's very beneficial. I definitely look into that. That would be the next level. And then of course, there's different ways to reroll shards, like farming higher tiers with fleets. I'm not at that point yet, so I can't really advise on it. But what I'm focusing on now is getting my modules up, because with my permanent chrono field, my other ultimate weapons, getting one more lab slot is going to be so valuable. And how you have to plan out your tower is you're always thinking, okay, what am I going to get next month and then the next month after? Like, what am I going to get with my stones? After I get Chrono Field Plus to a good level, I'm going to work on getting my next Generator Assist module. And that just means I need more shards, more rerolls, more module stuff. And that's why I'm now focusing on my my module labs. That was something that I apologize for forgetting your name, but someone had requested that I talk a little bit about on my live, so I definitely wanted to touch on that. For rerolls, again, Cash Mastery, of course, reroll lab, then get enemy balance. And then just for modules in general, getting recovery package chance at the base level is going to help. I think it gives you like 100 or 200 extra shards a day at just the base level. And then the more recovery packages you get, you want to get the substat on this as well. I need to get this to Ancestral, so it's not as good, but it definitely helps too. Really, that's like looking at my next way of progressing. And this is going to be kind of like my tips for any player, no matter where you are in your progress. You kind of need to look at your deficiency. So like, for example, when the scatter bug happened, everyone then became deficient in scatter. So I got like 5 levels to my scatter lightning amplify, which definitely helped quite a bit. Looking at my tower in general, I'm pretty behind on my modules. Like a lot of other Legends players at my level getting keys, they've got like 161, they've got all the module sub effects. Mine's lacking. So because of that, I'm now putting getting some labs into module stuff. I just maxed out my module shard discount. And my advice is like wherever you're at in your tower, like look at what your weakest thing is. Because typically, like we're only as strong as our weakest link, right? And so if you have no damage, well, maybe getting your damage a little bit higher is gonna just give you that much of an exponential increase on anything else. Like for me, when I had maxed out cards, I didn't really spend on modules before I got my cards maxed out. So that was great and all for cards, but then once I started pulling good modules and getting good sub effects, my progress just shot up. So the advice is find whatever your weakest point is in your tower and then put some time towards it. Usually the first levels of those labs are really quick and easy too, so you can just breeze right through them. Yeah, let's talk about enhancements and workshops. I'm at the point now, since I switched to Black Hole Digester with getting like 4Q a day, I've started to put more in my enhancements and my base level skips. The reason being is in tournaments, I want to be able to get this maxed out so I can actually take some of the benefit of having like 5%ish or so of level skips. And so it gets to a point where you have enough coins, and yes, masteries are more important than enhancements typically. Because for example, 1 level in damage mastery is equal to 40 levels of enhancements. So obviously getting damage mastery is more beneficial. The coin mastery would give me 3 levels of enhancements, and the value here, so my coin bonus for 1% more is, let's say, 10Q. But coin mastery, 1 more level, which would give me 3%, is, 1Q. So effectively, it's like, 300 times more effective to get a coin mastery than coin enhancements. That's another thing to kind of weigh, but with where I'm at now, I've gotten more level skips, which has helped me in tournaments. So I did a test where I actually, for the first 150, 200 levels, I was investing in my level skips solely in tournaments. And I found that it got me farther than when I didn't do that. So I still had enough cash, especially with the new bit for summon, with the 2x cash bonus, that it helped with project funding, and getting level skips has been another reason for the increase in tournament performance. That's kind of the next transition there for me. The summon chip is, we'll talk about that next. If you don't have the summon chip yet, stop what you're doing, get the summon chip. You need this for farming. This was like another 20% increase in coins. It's so beneficial. Here's my substats. I did get 1 level on the cash bonus just because as I was in tournaments buying more level skips, I wanted more cash to make up for the project funding bonus. But the cooldown, the duration, I'm sure I could get this in sync with my golden bot, and actually it could be more of a benefit. However, just with how often it runs, and when I started this, it was with G-Comp, I still have noticed a pretty good increase. In fact, thinking about it now, this is the first time I thought about it. If I respec this next event and get my cooldown back to 100 seconds, so it's always starting when my golden combo, black hole digester, everything syncs off golden bot, I bet I'd have even more. Get your summon in sync with your ultimates. That'll be something that I do the next tournament. We'll do that, and I'll let you guys know on my next live or video, so tune into that. And really, that's about it. There's not too much else for me to cover. There's been a lot of progress in the last few weeks, and you know, just to summarize, the biggest contributor to my progression lately has been damage mastery, demon mode mastery, and super tower mastery. It's amazing how much damage matters, not just in legends. Getting damage in champions will help you push through that. I mean, heck, if you have insane damage even earlier, it will help you push up your tournaments. It'll hurt your farming a bit more. So there is kind of a, wait to really get your damage for maybe golden combo. But if you're trying to move up, you got to focus on your weakest point of the tower, get some more damage, focus on whatever you can do to like strengthen the weakest link, and you will see some progress. So with that being said, thanks for tuning in. Drop a like, comment to enter the Stone Pat giveaway. And I usually stream. We're going to be streaming Tuesday and Friday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Drop a comment to enroll in the next Stone Pat giveaway. And I'll see you guys on my live. Thanks for watching. Peace.